everybody, Excellency Ambassador, ladies and gentlemen. Today we start our first conference, inclusive government and inclusive parliament. We are trying to train our participants that are today here, and some of them will come soon, to be leaders, for leadership. It seems that in Greece we need to create youth leaders that they can participate and to be engaged more and more in the civil society. We don't care if these people they will be with migrant background or they will be with other ethnicity or other religion. What we need for this society is to be together united and to be more engaged for the good of the civil society, for the good of our society, the Greek society. Maybe the economic crisis that it's coming last 3 years, it's make up many extremists in this society to do bad things to the country. I don't think that the economic crisis make these people going up. I'm talking about Golden Dawn that everybody knows. For these people, we need to be more engaged, to let them out of the system. We need to be more educated, more. That's today Jeff Jensen, our trainer that I welcome here and thanks for coming. He will learn us, or he will train us how to be more empowered in our environment. And thank you also, Andreas. Andreas Valiotis, it's come from Canada. You're welcome and thank you for your coming. That he will talk about the youth engagement in the business, and he will tell us some story that he have in his life. And also Laura Berg, thank you. She was we was in our first transatlantic inclusion leaders in Copenhagen, in Denmark. And also the Commander of Satir, that is not with us today, but a representative who will tell us more for inclusive crisis. And I will give now some few words to the Ambassador of Romania.
To congratulate the Excellencies Foundation, the German Marshall Fund of the US, and our host, the New York College, for organizing this event, for having me here in this momentous period, one day ahead of the National Day of this country, and while the students of this city are preparing to celebrate the National Day. Being here brought me a little bit back. About 20 years I was a junior diplomat. I was based in New Washington, and my daughter was about 5 years old. She went to pre-K, and after a few weeks, the first English text she could recite to me was the Pledge of Allegiance. She would start, I pledge allegiance to the American flag, and she would end by, please be seated. That was the last part of the pledge, because she couldn't understand what was going on, but she started absorbing the new environment she was in. And after a few months, when she was a little bit better in English, she came to tell me, look, Daddy, this is what Mrs. Zaleski told us, the pre-K teacher. She said, you should respect those who speak English with an accent, because compared to many of you, they can speak at least another language. So this was, I think, my first lesson in inclusiveness, in tolerance, in acceptance of diversity. What you're going to talk today now about, I think goes beyond moral and social discussion. It is going possibly into my field of activity, into politics, into international relations, because inclusiveness and acceptance and playing by the rules of the game is a topic that leaders discuss today. It is a very topical issue, not only in Europe, not only in Asia, but throughout the world. And we talk about inclusiveness, we talk about people accepting each other, living together, and sharing the same values and the same standards. But we see at the same time breakaway areas, breakaway communities, not only in less developed countries, but we see them in Veneto, we see them in Scotland, and we see them in Catalonia. So what is going on? Why do some people think that it's better to go back to small is beautiful, or to have, after more than 60 years of European integration, to have a concept of a better future within a smaller entity inside a democracy, which is the case in many countries. So I would like to wish you a good day, good discussions, and more importantly, or as importantly, good networking. And think about the implications of these discussions beyond the societies, beyond the communities you live in, and think it as a global challenge. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, Ambassador of Romania to Greece, distinguished member of the Diplomatic Corps, dear speakers, dear participants, dear ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the President of the College, I welcome you at New York College. New York College is a group of educational institutions offering high-quality multicultural education through academic collaboration with acclaimed American and European universities. Besides New York College in Greece, with campuses in Athens and Thessaloniki, the New York College Educational Group is also affiliated with the University of New York in Prague, the University of New York in Tirana, and the University of New York in London. The last one is in progress. New York College offers bachelor's, master's, and PhD degrees in a variety of disciplines in collaboration with distinguished universities in the United States and Europe, which guarantee the students the authentic degree of the partner university. We are very happy that some of our students are participating in today's seminar, and we are looking forward to work with Excelsis Institute on a new project. Thank you.
I would welcome also and thank her for coming, the chairman of the Organization on Culture, Sports and Youth of Athens Municipality. It's also a deputy mayor, Ms. Nelly Papakela.
Will translate. Thank you.
You can.
Να πω ότι ο Δήμος της Αθήνας ενδιαφέρεται για όλα αυτά που θα συζητήσετε σήμερα διπλά.
The municipality of Athens is really interested in these issues that will be discussed today.
Η πόλη της Αθήνας είναι πια μια διαπολιτισμική, πολυπολιτισμική πόλη.
The city of Athens has a multicultural dimension and
Πολυπολιτισμική πόλη. Με πολλές δυσκολίες λόγω της οικονομικής κρίσης.
with many difficulties due to the economic crisis.
Οι οποίες δυσκολεύουν το γενικότερο περιβάλλον και την αποδοχή.
Which make more difficulties concerning the environment and the inclusion of people in the society.
Επίσης, ο Δήμος της Αθήνας ενδιαφέρεται για τους νέους ανθρώπους, για τις ιδέες τους, για τα οράματά τους και είναι αυτοί πάνω στους οποίους θα πρέπει να στηριχτούμε για ένα καλύτερο μέλλον για την πόλη και τη χώρα μας.
Moreover, the municipality of Athens is really interested in youth, their ideas, their initiatives, and their way to make a better society and a better future for Athens.
Σας ευχαριστώ που θα μείνω μαζί σας και είμαι πρόθυμη να συμβάλλω στη συζήτηση, να απαντήσω σε ερωτήσεις.
thank you very much. I'll be with you until the end of the training, and I'd like to contribute to it.
We welcome now Laura Berg from the German Marshall Fund and Jeff Johnson, two literal activists and political coach.
I want to speak on behalf of the German Marshall Fund of the United States. This organization is dedicated to strengthening transatlantic relations for the future. And one area we think it is very important to work in is the area of inclusive leadership, because we are looking at very rapid demographic change on our side of the Atlantic as well as here in Europe. And we believe that the strategy for success is really to be inclusive. So the business world has been very active in this area, the big corporations, for many years now. They have developed some amazing strategies and approaches to inclusion. We at German Marshall Fund have been working both on training for senior leaders on inclusive leadership and training for rising young diverse leaders. And I've been now through 3 sessions with the young leaders. Jean-Daniel attended the first session in Copenhagen, and it's been very exciting to see people come through the training and to go ahead and move on in their political careers and in their careers as advocates and activists in the civil society. And so I would say it's really wonderful to work with the GMF trainers, and Jeff Johnson is one of the best trainers and advocacy trainers, I think, probably globally, and it's very special to have him here with us, so I won't take more time.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
That wasn't rhetorical. I hope that the energy level can continue to rise as we are engaged in the training. To all in protocol, I'd like to say good morning again, and I'm appreciative of the invitation to be here for over the course of the day. I think, as Laura said, there is an incredible opportunity, and whether we are in Greece or whether we are in other parts of Europe, there's a real imperative, there is a real call, if you will, to action for us to change society for the better. And changing society for the better means ensuring that all of those that are part of our societies have a place at the table. And there are times when that will be the table of government, that will be the table of business, that will be the table of the electorate. But societies that disenfranchise or societies that marginalize groups find themselves in places where their societies begin to decline. And in Greece in particular, there is an opportunity. And so whether it is issues of religion or whether it is issues of immigration, there's a real need to build, I think, a generation that, one, views inclusion as a real mission, two, begins to create organizations and institutions that are empowered to be able to make inclusion real and not just the topic of conversation. And I hope that today we have the opportunity to build skills, to be able to talk about our own individual passions. But one of the hardest things about inclusion is challenging our own issues, challenging how we think about people. Because I find sometimes in conversations about inclusion, we're often very passionate about making sure that people that look like us or people who we care about are included, but sometimes not as passionate about seeing others included. And that doesn't work, because if we're going to be inclusive, we have to include those that we are comfortable with and even those that we're not comfortable with. And so I hope that we can challenge ourselves today. I'm excited about the training process. I'm excited about hearing about in detail the work that you all are doing, about being questioned and challenged by you, and I hope you will be open to being questioned and challenged by me.